Anyway, anything you want to bring up today, Clint? Anything bugging you? You want to talk about?
A lot of stuff bugs me.
Well, anything, one in particular.
Taxes.
Taxes.
They bug me.
Well, they bug everybody.
But what's taken out of your check what bugs me for certain government programs like Social Security and welfare and Medicare and Medicaid.
Bugs me that my money is taken, well, not my money because I don't make any, but some people who make money,
Right.
My money used to be taken out of my paycheck, and now it went to fund unmanned aerial vehicles that drop bombs on homes where they murder children.
Right.
And see, this is something that I got into and I get kind of heated about when I speak to people who are very partisan, left or right. I'm not attacking them personally per se. If you're uninformed and you just don't vote because you don't know or you don't care, that's one thing. That's a decent excuse. You don't know what's going on. But if you know about Obama and the fact that I think it's over 400 children last year were killed by drone strikes that he signed off on, and yet he has these fake tears. He wipes away these tears nobody even sees for Connecticut, for 20 kids. I think both of them are a travesty. How can you be sad for 20 kids that were killed by somebody else, but you don't care about these 400 kids who are directly killed by your orders?
This is a man who
a direct result of your actions.
This is a man who got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I want to bring this up. Thorbjorn Jagland, he's chairman of the Nobel Peace Prize Committee, said that President Obama really ought to consider returning his Nobel Peace Prize medal immediately, including the really nice case it came in.
This isn't off the Onion, is it? Because this
is off thefinaledition.com.
Too good to be true.
The committee awarded Obama the prize in 2009 after he made a series of speeches in the first months of his presidency, which convinced the Peace Prize Committee that he was creating a new climate of multilateral diplomacy, an emphasis on the role of the United Nations, of dialogue and negotiations of instruments for resolving international conflicts, and a vision of world free of nuclear arms. And he goes to quote, "Boy, oh boy, did we regret that press release." If they did that, if they revoked his prize, that would earn back my respect for what that stands for.
I would take back everything negative I've said about the Nobel Peace Prize process.
I was telling you the other day, if somehow I got awarded the prize, I don't care how much money they would offer me, I would reject it based off principle. To make a statement that does not mean anything to me anymore. If someone who's going to kill hundreds upon hundreds of innocent children,
a warmonger, gets the Peace Prize.
Gets this prize, I don't want it.
Yeah. Well, he actually won the prize in 2008,
promises.
Didn't he?
This says 2009.
Okay, so it was right. But it was in his first year of his presidency,
right?
Before he'd really gotten into his stride.
Yeah.
And but like you said, it was based off of his promises, and good for them.
Yeah.
Coming out and saying, "Man, did we have that wrong?" Now here's the big question: do you think Obama's ego would allow him to give it back?
No.
Or do you think he's going to say,
if he does
you want this? The Marines will have something to say. He's going to line up the Marines around the White House.
If he returns the Peace Prize, that's telling the people that he failed. He's a failure. He's not going to do that willingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see it either.
Well, I'm definitely. It's sad that so many people I was so anti-Bush, and it sucks now that people are pro-Obama automatically start saying like, well, what about Romney? No, I'm not saying pro-Romney. I'm just saying anti-Obama.
Anytime you say you're against Obama,
you're
automatically Republican,
right?
And you automatically are going to go for any Republican candidate.
Does.
Yeah.
I can't say it.
Well, that's about it for our time here today. It's a little after 11:30. I think we're going to come back with just one more here in a minute after we play one more song. Here's some Days in the New with Touch Peel Stan on 88.1 KCNC. We got a few minutes left. We can keep going.